Good evening, gentlemen. How are we? Let me make sure I'm coming through. Okay, bear with me. Oh, I'm coming through. Okay, bear with me. Yeah, all good. Hope you're all well. Everyone's had a great weekend. We are here at Monza in the Legacy Division, season 11, I believe, round 10. So we're getting to the nitty-gritty part of the season. I will run through the standings, which I believe are pretty close. One moment. Let's get the app up. So, yep, as I mentioned there, so currently we've got Stiggy on 443 points, closely followed by Noodles on 432. So it's currently a two-horse race, but that's not to say, evening Noodles, Alexander, how are we, sir? So that's not to say that Little Pigeon on 368 and Rostocker on 360 are out of it, but with tonight and two more races left, they're going to have a pretty decent race, the pair of them. That's Pigeon and Rostocker, and hope Noodles and Stiggy have an absolute meh because they got some points to gain. We got Trouser on 302. We got Farwaz on 269, 10 points behind. We got Pirate Danny. We got Scotty MT on 154. We got Ratagon on 150. Grim on 144. Rumpsky on 126. Famous Wayne on 111. Hassan on 103. Entron on 97. Konski on 78. Matt F1 on 76. Tuck on 75. Brasco, who I believe back and racing tonight, so that's great to see, on 66. Lynx on 64, Voltex 63, Bab 43, Crumpets 33, Diablo 33, and all of the rest are reserves and don't really have any points, not worth talking about anyway. We've got Williams absolutely flying on 721. Pretty much, I would say, have the constructors sewn up. They're followed by the Racing Bulls on 569. So there's your points difference, 721 to 569. So we're talking 31, 100, 131, 150. Talking 152 point gap currently. But it is all still to play for behind, possibly, especially with points available for the sprint and the feature race. So we've got Racing Bulls on 569, Ferrari on 541. We've got Alpine a little bit further behind on 467. The Aston Martins on Aston Martins. I've seen Pigeons comment. It's threw me off a little bit. Hello, lads. Let me get to the comments soon. On 452. McLaren 454, 434. My eyes are playing games on me at the minute. Haas on 337. Mercedes on 304. Sauber on 281. And Red Bull on 265. So they are your standings. Now let's get to the comments. Noodles, how are you, buddy? Danny, how are you, buddy? How are you, mate? That come out quite aggressive. Hi, mate. What was that? Well, who's got me? I've not got an aggressive bone in my body, me, mate. I'll tell you that. Ratagon, Mr. Jeffries, how are you, bud? Hope you're well. Hope you're all having fantastic weekends. Rage, Guten Tag, how are you, bud? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're all well. See, we've got a pretty stacked grid tonight. I believe I actually see 22 people checked in, so we had a couple of extra reserves, so I don't think they'll be racing. We've got Scotty MT racing tonight. I did see Diablo checked out, so he's taking the McLaren. So that's going to be a pretty strong team tonight with Scotty MT and Rostocker. Got a few more in the lobby. We've got Trouser, Farway, Scotty MT, Friar Tuck. We've got Little Pigeon, Pirate Danny's racing tonight. Ratagon, Grim, Entron, Hassan, Rumpsky, Noodles, Lynx Piece, Stiggy. We're just waiting for Konski's just got into the lobby, so we're just waiting for a few more to jump in. Currently on 16. Remember, as it always is on the format on Saturday, day behind, on Sundays, one shot quali, sprint race, and the feature race. So it's a 9-lap sprint, as you can see there on the left of the screen. 27-lap feature. Monza, great track. Plenty of opportunities for overtaking. You've got a big long straight. You can get the move done down into the first chicane. Predictions. Good day, Stiggy. How are you, mate? Predictions. My prediction will be, albeit a little bit boring, will be what it pretty much is every week. We're going to have the constant, as we always have, and that will be yourself, Pigeon, yourself, let's say Rostocker, Noodles, Stiggy, all up there fighting for pole. Pirate Danny and Scotty could throw themselves amongst that as well. Trouser could fling up a few surprises. So yeah, it's just basically seeing who comes out the better of the ones that I've mentioned. And also, as I mentioned at the start of my stream, yourself, Pigeon, and Rostocker need absolute huge results, and you need Stiggy to have one of his nightmares. He had an absolute fantastic race last week on the reverse strategy, I believe. The alternate strategy, come back through the field after his pit stop and claim the win. So yeah, you're going to need these two who are currently, look, here, Noodles and Stiggy, you're going to need them two to have an absolute mare to keep the championship into a four-way battle. I would say if Noodles and Stiggy have a decent result, so if any of these two can stick it on the podium during the sprint race and also the feature, I would pretty much say that's the championship over for everybody else apart from them two. It will just be a two-way fight going into the last couple of weeks. There's, like as mentioned, there's 3 races left. There's still plenty of points on offer. Manic, how you doing, bud? Hope you're well, buddy. There's still plenty of points on offer, but as they have been doing all season, just constantly just ticking away, Noodles and Stiggy. So we're just going to have to wait and see what's going on. We've got Famous Wayne, the legend himself. We've got Matt F1 UK, all now in the chat. I believe we could still be waiting for Rostocker. To join, and one more. I don't know who that would be. We've got Rumsky in the chat, so it's not him. Hassan. I can flick over to the app and I could possibly tell you who it is we're actually waiting for. Italia. Stiggy's in, Trousers in, Hassan's in, Pirate Danny's in. Oh, there you go. We're waiting for Brasco. Yeah, I see that, mate. I see that. I didn't actually watch the replay of the race, Stephen. Hope you are, buddy. Didn't see that, but yeah, it's not great for Alonso, mate. It's 2 back-to-back DNFs, not looking great. I bet you can't wait for next season to come around. But yeah, it looks like Rostocker. Well, no, it's not with Rostocker. It just looks like we're waiting for Brasco now. I believe Brasco is the only one that we are waiting for, and we should be ready to go, albeit we are 3 minutes early. So it looks like Scotty MT and Entron are the 2 reserves tonight. Hassan, how are you, bud? Hope you're well, mate. So yeah, Scotty MT and Entron are the 2 reserves in the Red Bull and the McLaren respectively. I've got Famous Wayne in the Red Bull. So we're just waiting for the Mercedes of Brasco to join, and we should be ready to fly. Nah, I'm alright, Stephen. I'm alright, bud. I'm alright, bud, mate. I'm not sick. I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. So yeah, as I said, Monza, pretty pretty decent track. You can get overtakes done pretty much into turn one. You could go for a move in the second chicane, but it is very risky. Off the beer, Stephen, mate. Off the beer. Off the beer. You can get a move done down the back straight getting into a Scari, but only if you could actually get it done. You don't really want to be going side by side for a Scari. It can be done, but you'd rather not. And then down the second, well, so many straights here, so maybe call it the fifth straight or the fourth straight, down into Parabolica. You can get a move there, but you'll get not a lot of drivers make a move there into Parabolica, knowing that you've got the big straight with the DRS in front of you, so you normally just sit in behind and get your move done. But yeah, hopefully we can all get into turn one nicely. Normally have carnage into turn one at Italy. Yeah, mate, I've drunk them dry, Stephen, mate. Drunk them dry. You know how it goes, bud. You know how it goes, mate. You know how it goes. Oh yeah, it just seems that we are waiting for Brasco. Once Brasco joins, if he joins, we'll be getting going. Bear with me, lads. Back, lads, and it looks like we're gone without Brasco. It looks like Brasco. Ramsky, how are you, mate? Just seen your comment in the chat. It looks like we've gone without Brasco, so it looks like Brasco hasn't turned up. Because as you can see there, he's got George Russell above his pit garage. So, one shot quali. That's to get your setup. Normally a very low downforce setup due to all the main straights. And we're just waiting for the timer to start down. One shot quali and find out. As you know, it's hello Graham, how are you? Beautiful, you okay, bud? So yeah, sprint. Bab has joined, so Bab will more than likely miss the sprint, but he will be in for the. He'll start from the back of the grid more than likely. So we're currently on board with Hassan, who's dropped down to the back of the grid. Entron or Rattigan currently sitting in first place. Entron's now dropped down to 15th. We've got the Entron now just. Oh, I'm actually on Lexgonski. Right, I've had a couple of people validated their lap maybe already, but it's currently Scotty NT. come through the first Lesmos, and as I mentioned at the start of the stream, there you go. You've got your normal, you've got your status quo of people at the front. I did say Scotty may shake it up a little bit, and he currently is. He's currently fighting with his teammate. Got two McLarens first and second. Stiggy is currently down in ninth. Let's see if he can make any waves coming for Ascari. Oh, Scotty went a little bit deep. Stocker's lost out quite a bit for Ascari, but Stocker. Noodles has now got himself up into second place. Stiggy's now climbing himself up the leaderboard. Famous Wayne up there in fifth place. Fourth now. Having a great qualifying session there as Famous Wayne. But we're coming to the line. It looks like Pigeon's currently. Stiggy's now got himself up into second. But it's Pigeon by an absolute finest of margins. Pirate Danny looked like he invalidated his lap. He got disqualified from the session. So he will be starting from the back of the grid. So yeah, we have the sexy bugger that is Pigeon, followed by Stiggy, Scotty MT, Noodles, Famous Wayne, Entron, Stockar down in 7th, Hassan in 8th. Great qualifying there from Famous Wayne in the top 5. Hassan, Rumpski, Matt1 UK, Rattigan, Trouser Grim, Firewise Gonski, and the ones to invalidate were Lynx Peas, Pirate Danny, and Friar Tuck. It currently says 20, but Bab is not there, so. And these were the standard drivers that we had, so I don't know why it would say 20. But we'll soon find out. We had 19. Babs joined, he didn't qualify, but then the grid's saying there's 20. I haven't got a clue what's happened there. So we're going to see if everybody's going to start on the medium. It's only 9 laps, the sprint race. So if everybody's going to start on the medium, you can see now Bab name is above the garage instead of George Russell. So Bab will definitely be in the car, albeit from the back of the pack. So yeah, would anybody risk it maybe on the soft tyres? Don't know what the soft tyres are like around here. Can you hear me now, Grim? Oh, Famous Wayne's DNF'd. Famous Wayne, he's DNF'd. Where was Wayne DNF'd? We're coming up to it now. Where would we see Wayne? Would it be? Oh, cheers, mate. I must have had my, I must have had myself on mute like an idiot. Doing some absolute blinding commentary there, I was. I didn't realise I was on mute. Famous Wayne's DNF'd out of the race. And it's not a safety car, I believe. Babs DNF'd in the pit lane. Trying to figure out where Wayne would have dropped it. I've just gone past it now. Babs left the section. Babs had enough. But we may have Babs' car coming out of the pit lane. Hopefully, it shouldn't really impede anybody. So, yeah, no, Babs' car's disappeared. It did bring his car out, so that's great. Stiggy now goes for the lead. Going to jump on board with Scotty MT because we're going to see all this unfolding out in front of us. Scotty MT goes a little bit deep. He's got noodles all over the back of him as well. Rumsky's up there in 6th. Trousers getting himself right into the top 10 now. It's going to be last lap. Stiggy's currently the car in front, which is possibly not where he wants to be. We've got Stocker going down the inside of Entron into the Lesmo. If he gets the move done, I believe you get the move done. Going into Lesmo 2. Oh, Excellency picks up a 3-second time penalty. Has that battling with Entron cost Stocker the opportunity to get onto the back of Stiggy during this DRS zone, which I think it has. Got a hell of a drive out of there though, the Stocker. Scotty MT's all over the back of Entron. Is Stocker going to get this move done? I don't think he will. He's getting so close to Stiggy. Is he going to get the move done? He's got to run on Stiggy here now. Oh, Stiggy just crossed the line. 0.071. Wow. So there's your sprint. Stiggy's done what he needs to do. Championship leader. He's extended his lead now at the top, especially with Noodles down at the 5th. So he's put that gap, I would believe, even more, 30 points or something like that. So Stiggy just doing what he needs to do. We've got Stiggy followed by Stocker, Entron, Scotty MT, Noodles, Runsky, Trouser, Pigeon. Completely fell off the grid there. Matt F1 UK, but yeah, I don't know what happened to Pigeon there. He's ended up down in 8th. We've got Pirate Danny, Rattigan, Firewise, Exgonski, Firetop, Hassan Toya, and then the DNFs were Famous Wayne, Bab, Linkspeace, and Dale, the Grim Sleeper. Yeah, sometimes, Manic, it's all good having battles, mate, but yeah, sometimes if you battle too much, it's just going to cost you positions. So but my driver of the day for the sprint will be, considering how close he come and he was on the hard tyre, my driver of the day will be Rostocker for the sprint. Well done, Rostocker. Started 7th on the grid on the hard tyre and was looking very feisty towards the end. Even though he DNF'd, a big shout out to Wayne there as well. Wayne was well up there, having a right old battle. But I believe Bab has left the session, so his car will be on the grid, but it should be ghosted, so anyone in the chat, I don't know what happened. I thought it must have been on mute or something, but let me know if you can hear me on the stream. Oh, I've got my stream in front of me. I can just turn it up. Or something, but let me know. There you go. Yeah. Oh, no worries, lads. I've just turned my stream up. I can hear myself. So here we go again. Another one-shot quali. Now, will people look at Rostocker in the sprint race and maybe alternate or change their strategy from their original plan and maybe start on the hard? Okay, we get a safety car. That could scupper it slightly, but we see Grim We see Grimm lose it at the back end of a Ascari on the exit, and that didn't bring out a safety car. So for this, we are going to jump on board, I believe. We're going to jump on board with... I'm going to jump on board with my mate Raggan. I see we're going to go. We're going to spend this whole lap with Raggan. Let's get everything put up again. People's tyres. Oh yes, quality, so we know everyone's going to be on the soft. For some reason I thought it was the start of the race. Raggan's down in 16th currently. We've got Pigeon battling away with Scotty MT. We've got Pigeon followed by Scotty MT. Bab. What's Bab's car doing up in third? I'm sure Bab left the session. Oh, no, Bab's in his car. He must have rejoined without me seeing. Considering that I thought he'd left the session, he's putting up a right old fight now on Bab. He's got himself up into second place. Got Noodles followed by Bab, Scotty MT. Famous Wayne up there in third. Get in there, Wayne. Come on, Wayne. Get yourself in the top 5, bud. Does he do it? Wayne gets there in fourth. Yes, Hassan. Ooh, Pigeon. Invalidated his lap. Wow. But we've got Noodles followed by Stiggy. So the two championship protagonists there at the front. But what a lap there from Famous Wayne. Absolute fantastic. Fourth place. Absolute brilliant. As mentioned there, he was having an absolute stellar sprint. I didn't actually see what happened to him. We've got Noodles, Stiggy, Bab, who I'd thought left the session. Famous Wayne Stocker, Scotty MT, Pirate Danny, Enchon, Skonsky. Where are we? The Trouser, Firewise, Grim, Matt F1 UK, Lynx, Hassad Toya, invalidated. So did Tuck, so did Pigeon, Ratagun, and Rumpsky at the back of the pack. There is your starting grid. So just waiting for everybody to... 1 minute. Yeah, just making sure I'm not on mute. Hopefully I'm still coming through nice and clear. Yeah, there you go. Just turn my stream up. Doing all right. And here we go. Check people's strategies now. Sand on the soft, as always. We've got Grim on the hard, Freitag on the hard, Rumpsky on the hard, and all of the rest are on the medium tyre. So, how will this sprint play? This feature race play out? 27 laps. But yeah, what a great lap there! What a great quality lap there for Famous Wayne. Absolutely fantastic. It's come on leaps and bounds. Started the season a bit slow, he wouldn't mind me saying, but the last few weeks he's absolutely turned it around and he's absolutely on fire at the minute, especially in DTS. He's absolutely on fire. This, apart from DTS, which I tune in and watch every week, this is the only other time I commentate or see Wayne racing. I don't commentate on his Tuesday. I don't know how he's getting on Tuesdays, but yeah, absolutely fantastic. That was a great lap there. Put himself up with Noodles, Stiggy, Bad. Quality lap there from Bab as well. He'll be gutted that he didn't join the streaming time. Obviously starting at the back of the pack. That's what maybe got him into a little bit of ruckus. Hassan's going to be one to watch off the line. Starting on the soft tyre. How long they're going to last, I don't know. Bit of a ballsy strategy there from Tuck. Hello Frank, how you doing, bud? Hope you well, mate. Hope you well, buddy. Nice to see you in the stream. But yeah, just run through the grid one more time. Noodles, Stiggy, Bab, Wayne, Stocker, Scotty MT, Pirate Danny, Entron, Exconstru, Trouser, Farways, Grim, Matifon UK, Lynx, Hassan, Fire Attack, Pigeon, Rattigan, Ramsky. We are going to go and sit on board. Let's sit on board with famous Wayne. See how we get on. Let's see how we get on. Waiting for the lights. Fire Attack. Yeah, all good, mate. All good for a Sunday. All good for a Sunday, bud. So we're just waiting for everybody to get into their positions. There we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are go. We got a decent start there with Wayne. He's going to have the McLarens all over him pretty soon, because Stocker's had an absolutely fantastic start. He's got his mate Scotty MT coming down the side of him as well. Oh, Wayne just kind of had nowhere to go there, but he manages to get through okay. Bit of banging, bit of wheel banging going through the field, but we're doing all right. Trouser's got himself up quite a few places there. Let's look at position changes. Trouser's up 3. Hassan's already up 4. The man on the soft tyre. He's going to be. Oh, poor Wayne. Wayne's down now 7 places. Oh, he gets the 2 Red Bulls in one swoop there. That's Hassan. Absolutely fantastic. But no, the second Red Bull of Entron saying no, not today, mister. Wayne's down now 8 places. Lynx is down 5. Trousers up 3 with Farways. Didn't really mention Farways during the sprint race. Can't even remember where he finished, to be honest with you. But is that a good thing? If I don't mention you on stream, it means you're just going about your business, doing your job. I suppose that could be a good thing, really. So this round, look, they've already pulled out a second on Bab. Bab's already lost DRS. He's just pulled himself back into it, but he's fell out of it again, albeit it's not going to be activated this lap anyway. Need to get the telemetry up, that'd be a good thing. So we've got Stockers now getting himself up into 3rd, get the move done on Bab. Poor old Wayne. Wayne now finds himself down in 12th place from 6th on the grid. Hassan's managed to get in front of him. Hassan's going to be punchy, but Hassan will only be punchy, I reckon, for another couple of more laps. Very ballsy strategy there from Hassan, starting on the soft, the only driver to do it. Is he going to try to cut back again? Exactly what he did last lap on Wayne. He's going to try again now, this time on Entron, but Entron again is not having none of it. Kept it hanging around the outside there, Entron. And Wayne's just going to have to sit in and wait for another day, as Entron now will get an aid from the car in front. Every car all in DRS until you get down to Rumsky. Scotty all over the back of Bab. But Scotty again, like Rostocker last race, Scotty's just boxed in. There's nowhere really for Scotty to go. But Stocker's just clipped himself and snuck in behind. Entron and Hassan are going at it again. Managed to get the move done this time. That's Hassan. Yeah, Hassan's now out in front. I was skipping on it. No, he didn't. I was on Wayne there, actually. I was on the other system Red Bull. So Hassan's now going to go for a lunge down the inside. Oh, he gets clipped from the back. I don't think he lost that. I think that was a little clip from the back. Maybe Wayne behind him gave him a little clip. I'm not too sure. That's what it possibly looked like from on board. Farwaz is now out of 1 second gap. So that has really stuck at Hassan's race, being on the soft tyres. How long will he wait to come in and just box off them tyres and try and get himself back into this race? Because I personally reckon them tyres, albeit only 3 laps, 2.5 laps, have seen the best of their life now, I believe. Here we go. Bab's still keeping himself in this fight. Bab's not going anywhere too soon. Pirate Danny's got himself in 6th. He'd rather be sitting in 6th than where he was during the sprint race, down in 16th. Nice story there from Pirate Danny. Trousers in his beloved DRS train, which he's absolutely going to love. He does love a DRS train, does our Manic. Absolutely loves it. So, there's this where Stiggy makes his move on Noodles. Going to get DRS open any minute now. There you go. Noodles knows he can't fight that off. Scotty and Bab are going to be going at it now. Noodles going really slow. Bab gets it. Bab gets it just slowed down in time. Nearly took Noodles there on the inside. Got Pigeon all over the back of Famous Wayne. Pigeon going to pull out of the slipstream and go and try and make a move down the inside. Yes, he will. Wayne gets that super late break in there from Wayne. Gets the move done. I thought for all money that Pigeon had that move done. But Wayne super late on the brakes there, given the space just enough and managed to hang it around the outside. That was great driving there from Wayne. We're back now at the lead battle. So big massive DRS train again, all the way down to Matt F1. Tuck needs to do a little bit to get himself back into the DRS, albeit he's on the hard tyre, so he won't be too worried there at the moment for Tuck. He can just keep pinging himself along, and he's got Grimmy's teammate behind him on the hard. So 2 teammates there on the exact same tyre. Stiggy loses out to Noodles. Stocker and Scotty MT. They exchange positions. You've got Pirate Danny sitting there currently, just can't really do anything at the minute. In this DRS train, you've got Trouser all over the back of Exkonsky, he's got Firewise all over the back of him, he's got Entron all over the back of him as well. But I doubt you'll be seeing any move down into this chicane. Just I say that, I'm sure someone's going to do one. So you've got Noodles back out in front, followed by Stiggy, followed by Bab. Got the 2 McLarens of Stockwell and Scotty MT respectively. Eggolf, how are you, bud? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well, geezer. Famous Wayne looks like he's lost a position and the yellow flag come out, so I don't know what's happened there, and there's been a big drop off there. He's lost 1.7 to 1.72 seconds now to the car in front, so maybe that might have been a little bit of a collision. It's absolutely getting off at the back of the pack here between Grim, Tuck, Hassan and Famous Wayne. Remember, Famous Wayne started this race in 4th place. You got, damn it, Wayne's got no wing. Wayne's got no wing. Wayne's going to be coming into the pit. Stiggy now gets himself back in front. These drivers behind Bab, Stocker and Scotty MT, Pirate Danny and Trouser, just can't really do anything at the minute. Caution set to what? Rattigan's retired from the session, and that is at the edge of Ascari, and that is safety car. That is safety car. That's exactly where Grim, that's absolute heaven for Hassan. Absolute music to Hassan's ears. But that's where Grim DNF'd in the sprint race, but no safety car come out. A bit weird, bit strange that. Literally in the exact same position. Now, what are these hard runners going to do? Are they going to change to medium? What the medium runners going to do? They're just going to change to hards and go all the way to the end. As much as that music is music to Hassan's ear, that's absolutely devastating for Tuck and for Grim on the hard tyre, and Rumpsky also. The hard runners are going to be absolutely fuming with that. Linkspeace and Famous Wayne, they've just pitted and put on their hard tyres, but I very much doubt they're not going to make any difference. They're not going to be able to get round in time. So we're going to jump on board with Stiggy. He's going into the pit, so is Noodles, so is Bab. What do the McLarens do? McLarens are going to double stack. The McLarens are going to double stack. And is that going to cause anybody a problem who is behind? So bear with, hold on. bear with me. The Ferrari, oh no, Gonski's going to get held up. Oh no, he manages to get in time, so it's not a problem. Not a problem. So yeah, as you see, everybody pit. It's good for Wayne. At least Wayne, he may be down in 18th, but he's going to be nicely back into the race with the safety car. None of the kick Saubers, none of them pitted, so they're now 1-2. You've got the third place of Rumsky, but they still need to make their mandatory pit stop. Doesn't look like any rain's in the air, bright blue sky, a couple of clouds, but I don't think we're going to get any rain this race at all. Oh, Rumsky just gets it slowed down before he was going to impregnate Dale. Wow, just got that slowed down in time. So, albeit fourth on the road, currently the theoretical race leader is Stiggy. He's now joining in the back of this pack. And I think all of these hard runners, this is going to be them all the way to the end. Hassan's flipped straight over to the hard. Scotty, look at that. He was on the back of Pilot Danny, Scotty was. And he's now all the way down to 15th. He gets really unlucky with the double stacks. At least this wasn't a DTS double stack for Scotty. Scotty will pass to join up, waiting for Link's piece on the back of the pack. The safety car will go around one more lap and then we should see it in. Link piece is just going to get onto the back of this pack of 4, so we should get the safety car coming in this lap. Looks like he's there we go. This lap. Get me paranoid now about the sound, but yeah, just check my stream and coming through okay. So Tuck is the driver that we now maintaining the pack. Safety car's out due to Rattigan. I think he lost it on the exit of the Ascari. So we go when Tuck says we go. Constant speed there from Tuck, doing it nicely, getting some heat into his tyres. Don't want to go too early here either because you've got a long straight, so you could come under attack. Tuck's gone. He's caught Dale out quite a bit. Dale could come under attack from Rumsky, but it all pretty much looks pretty even so far, apart from Stocker's all over the back of Bab. Stocker's all over. Could Stocker be going for a move down into turn 1? I think it could be. Rumsky and Grimmer going at it as well, just in front. Bab managed to fend that move off, but Stocker may come under attack from Pirate Daddy behind. Rumsky's had to get out the throttle there. We just jumped on board with Rumsky as he lifted off, otherwise he would have ended up at the back of Dale. Rumsky's took Farwise for 10th place. So fairly clean restart. no shenanigans, so it was okay. Touch the one now. Oh, just had to slightly get off the throttle there and on the exit. Pigeons took Firewise now as well. So Firewise seems to be one that's struggling. Firewise struggling now. Lost another position. Scotty's down in 15th. That double stack's really hurt Scotty. Really hurt him. Firewise had an absolute terrible exit on the Scary chicane. He's now lost the position to Hassan. Again, Scotty's just got nowhere to go. It's a couple of times now we've been on board with Scotty and he's just been boxed in with not really anywhere to go. Now I've got DRS enabled. Move starting to happen at the front of the pack now. Dale's lost an absolute mountain of positions. He doesn't have DRS. And he got absolutely swallowed by the guys on the fresh tyres behind. Stiggy. Noodles has got himself in front of Stiggy. There's Noodles by Stiggy. And this is what they want. Stiggy has now got 2 cars in front of Bab and Stocker, the other drivers who have pitted for fresh rubber. And they would want to keep them there for as long as possible while they start extending their lead. So Stocker and Bab need to figure this out and get past as soon as possible. You see Scotty MT is taking a position off Firewise. Firewise an absolute horrendous safety car restart. He's lost an absolute mountain of positions there. Little Pigeon finds himself down in 10th. He's going to want to start working his way up. Pirate Danny's right on the back of this battle here. Right on the back of Stocker. See what kind of exit he gets in Scary. Basically pretty much same as the cars in front of him. Stiggy's now all over the back of Noodles. Noodles is going to get pulled along now. Noodles is going to get the aid of DRS down this pit straight, so he may be able to fend off Stiggy this time round. And look at the drive, look, he's even going to get the move done before he opens up the DRS, and he has done. And Noodles is going to hope. I don't think Stiggy's going to be able to get the move done. Stiggy's not going to get the move done. So Noodles has got a car, albeit I don't know for how long, he's got a car between him and Stiggy. Grim's lost out now to Bab and Stocker. Oh, Grim's going across. He's going to lose an absolute mountain of positions. Grim now finds himself down in 13th. Rumsky's getting absolutely swallowed also. Got the McLaren of Stocker going down the inside. Pirate Danny's not going to be able to get the move done. He's just going to have to sit in behind. He's got Trouser hanging all over the back of him. His Trouser. Is this where Stiggy tries to get the move done on Fire Tuck, but Fire Tuck's going to get the aid of the DRS of Noodles. This could be a decent ploy by Noodles. If Noodles can keep Tuck in DRS, he can pull Tuck along and give Tuck the defence against Stiggy, albeit he ain't going to be extending that gap on Stiggy too much, but this could be a good ploy by Noodles if he just keeps Fire Tuck for the time being. He's got decent life in his tyres as Tuck, and I think with that DRS I don't think Stiggy's going to be able to get the move done this time round. But this could be sensible driving here from Noodles. Bab's now falling 1.5 off the back of Stiggy, and there we go, Stiggy didn't get the move done that time round. So as for Noodles, Noodles wants Tuck to stay there for as long as possible and keep that 1 car buffer in between himself and Stiggy. So we've got DRS from Bab all the way down. Hassan makes a move for 11th place. All the way down to Farwise in 18th. Got a big, massive, long DRS train. Pigeon takes Rumsky. Rumsky's starting to get swallowed up by the pack now. And that's what he didn't want. Tuck is now out of the DRS and he's going to lose now to Stiggy. Famous way, 3-second time penalty. There we go. 12 laps. Stiggy's up to, very important that Stiggy got back into that DRS, which he has done. But if he would have fell out of that, it could have been hard work for Stiggy to get himself. But I think he's burned quite a bit. But absolute carnage happening back of the pack here. Looks like Grit lost it on the exit of the Scary, whether that was through contact or him just dropping it himself. Stiggy now sets the fastest lap of the race on a 1:21.4. And Tuck comes back past Stiggy. Wow. Stiggy had fallen out of that DRS. Bab and Stocker going at it. Pirate Danny has done both of them, it looks like. Pirate Danny's done absolutely both of them there. Got Trouser all over the back. Oh, you've got Stocker and Bab going at it. Are they going to get this sorted out before the corner? Trouser. Thought Trouser was maybe going to go for a move. Hassan's now got Rumpsky as well. So you've got Rumpsky going backwards currently. Bab and Firewise gets a 3-second time penalty. Stiggy gets back past Tuck. But we're just going to stay on board with Trouser. Trouser's had to lift off. I suppose he can do that knowing that he's got Pigeon 1 second behind, but now Pigeon's pulled himself back into there. Now Stiggy finds himself 2 seconds behind Noodles, and he could come under attack again from Tuck. Because Tuck's not got himself out of that DRS, so this could be hurting Stiggy's race, this could. But what we've won in the sprint, Stiggy knows, so Noodles winning and Stiggy in second, that just nullifies the gap, so it's absolutely not a problem. Hassan's making moves at the minute. Pigeon's really struggled. He's been okay in quali, but finding the sprint race and in the feature race, he's really been struggling. Look, he's been really deep there as well. I suppose he's okay because he's got the buffer of his teammate on old tyres behind him. But yeah, that gap's now down to up to 3 seconds now. Very important that Stiggy makes his move now. Oh, he's had a big tank slapper. Tuck's going to try and come round back around the outside. Thinks better of it. He's just going to try and line him up and get a move on him going down to the Ascari. But remember, Tuck does have to pit again. Well, not again. Tuck has to pit. He hasn't pitted yet. He didn't pit on the safety car. Gromsky gets 3-second time penalty, and there's caution sector 2 in there. He's doing it, and that's a safety car. That's absolute, albeit the pack's pretty bunched up. Albeit it's pretty bunched up. That's going to be, will Tuck be happy with that? We don't know, because as we're not too far off a safety car restart, he's going to lose an absolute mountain of positions. It's Tuck. But at least at least he gets to pit under safety car. Now, will anybody else pit onto mediums? Noodles will pit under medium. Stiggy's going back to the mediums. This is music to Tuck's ears now if everybody pits. Stocker decides to stay out. So Tuck's absolutely loving this, that everybody's pitting. Tuck's absolutely loving this. I thought Tuck was going to absolutely tumble down the order. But he's not going to tumble down as much as I thought he would have done. Scott EMT's got himself back up into 4th. The 2 McLarens have decided to stay out. So Tuck goes to 6th. Wayne's crawled up the order, but I think he's going to drop down a little bit again because of the pit stops. No, Wayne did. Wayne gained quite a lot in the pit stops. So back under safety car conditions. Tuck come absolute perfect time in there for Tuck with that safety car. Let's see positions. Tuck up 11 places. Doing absolute bits. It's Tuck today. So currently we've got Stocker, followed by Bab, followed by Intron, Scott EMT, Noodles, Fire Tuck, Pirate Danny, Trouser, Hassan Toya, Stiggy, Famous Wayne. Stiggy pitted onto another set of hards. That's a bit strange. And he lost quite a few positions to Noodles as well. He was right behind Noodles, and so how has Stiggy lost? Stiggy must have got held in the pit for something. Stiggy's lost an absolute mountain of time. He's lost out to Hassan, to Trouser, to Pirate Danny. He was right on the back of Fire Tuck. So I don't know what the hell's happened there. and he's gone on to another set of hards. Everyone's gone to everyone who pitted and gone to mediums, but Stiggy goes on to another set of hards. Pigeon also went on to hards also, so a bit of a strange one that, unless they feel the hard tyres will be a lot more durable to do the last few 11 laps. So yeah, it surprises me a lot. There's not a lot of laps left. The mediums will do it, considering they've been on the mediums for one lap, but it's under safety car conditions. So it surprises me a lot that Stiggy and Pigeon have gone on to the hard. Because if he was going to go hard, you could have just stayed out with these boys at the front. Because again, say 9 lap old hards, but they're not really 9 laps, are they? Because they're under safety cars, so you're looking at 7 laps, 8 laps at most. A very strange one there from Stiggy, if I do say so myself. For sure he'll have a perfect explanation. And it'll end up me being not knowing what I'm talking about, but yeah, I'm very surprised. He must have got held in the pit. He must have got held in the pit. Safety cars in this lap. Must have got held in the pit because he was right on the back of Tuck. But yeah, I suppose he's third pit garage down, I believe. So he would have been held up by all the cars coming in behind him. So currently on board with Stocker, who's now going to be leading us away. And as we did last time with Tuck, we go when Stocker says. Pardon me. When Stocker says we go. Tuck went roughly around about here. When the Stocker decided to go, got Bab all over the back of him. Stocker's gone. No, he's not. Now he's gone. Looks like Scotty MT's absolutely had an absolutely crucifying start as Scotty. Scotty timed that to absolute perfection. What a safety car restart from Scotty MT. Oh, caution, caution. Minx has retired from the session. Is that another safety car? No, it's not. No, it's not. Lost it on the exit. I don't know whether that was through contact or... How's Noodles looking behind these? And as long as these 4 on the hard tyre stay in the DRS train, it's going to be possibly maybe hard for Noodles to get an overtake done. You may have to try and get one of them done now, if you can. Stiggy all over the back of Hassan Toya. Oh, big switch there from Noodles. Big switch there from Noodles. Hasn't cost him any time though. Bab currently leads the field. Scotty MT, what a restart under the safety car. He timed that to absolute perfection. A great restart that was. Got himself right back into this race as Scotty MT. But he may come under attack now from Entron because Entron's looking very fast. Stocker gets the move done on Bab. Going to jump on the frontal view there. Bab keeps his nose down. Oh, Stocker's been spun round. Contact with Stocker. Stocker's been spun round and he loses an absolute mountain of positions. That's not what he wanted. He found himself now right in with these medium runners. It's not what he wanted. Pigeon's lost out to Famous Wayne. Could possibly be seeing that in the reports later on. Stiggy gets himself. He holds off the attack from Famous Wayne. Famous Wayne's one quite. Why would he come under attack from Pigeon? No, Pigeon's bit of a gap there from Pigeon. The Stocker now finds himself down into 6th place after going for a move for the lead of the race. And that just does Noodles an absolute favour because he's now in front of Entron, so he's got 1 hard runner down, 2 left to go, and he's just going to have the better drive. Look at that, look at the drive he's got coming out the corners. Absolutely wow. He'll be going for the lead of this race now. So that's Noodles done, and he's got Stiggy's down in 10th place. This could be another huge swing. Oh, Scotty's had to abandon that. Scotty's had to abandon that. Scotty's had to abandon that. I think he picked up 2 penalties there. I think he picked up a 10-second. He may be able to get that 10-second removed. He may be able to get that 10-second removed, but Noodles now finds himself in the lead of this race with Pirate Danny in second. Famous Wayne picks up a second corner cutting penalty, but he must have gone really wide onto the gravel because he's absolutely dropped many places, right down to the back of the pack. Stock is now just trying to claw something back out of this race. Where's Bab? Bab's in third. It looked like Stocker was fully alongside, left in the space. Bab just touched him, fired Tuck. No, the 2 hard running from the start. Tuck and Mumsky simultaneously pick up 3-second time penalties. That Ascari is an absolute killer for time penalties. Pirate Danny, he's been quiet. I haven't really spoke about Pirate Danny, but this is where we're going to start talking about him in the latter stages of the race. We're definitely going to start talking. Whoa, what the hell happened there? He literally just drove straight through Noodles' car. That was mad. Don't know if you boys see that on stream. Noodles was ghosted for a minute there as well. Don't kick Noah from the lobby. Come on. The last thing we want. We've got Bab, Entron and Stocker on 13 lap old hard tyres. Trousers. Scotty MT picks up another 3-second time penalty. That's 16 seconds now for Scotty, but as I mentioned, I'm sure that 10 seconds should be able to get removed. Oh, big slide there from Stocker, but again, doesn't lose any time. Hassan's all over the back. Stiggy now wants to start making some gains. Got himself in 8th place currently. Noodles is going to go for a move now. Pirate Danny doing what he needs to do, setting fastest laps out in front. 121. Whoa! I don't know what's happened there. Noodles' car is glitching all over the place. I don't know what's happened there. Stocker's lost out now 2 positions to Hassan and to Trouser. Oh, I think that's Hassan in the wall, and I think that is going to be a safety car. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Safety car. Hassan's out of the race. Bit of a coming together with Stocker. So Scotty's going to be hit again. If Scotty pits for soft tyres, Scotty's going to be held for that 10 seconds, which is going to be a bit out of order. What do these medium runners do? Do they pit for softs? Does Entron pit for softs? Does Stocker pit for softs? What does Stiggy do? What does Stiggy do? Does Stiggy maintain track position? It's all going to unravel very soon. We're going to find out what Stocker does. Any car's pretty close. Yet Stocker and Scotty MT. So if Stocker pits and Scotty MT pits, Stocker's going to be stacked again. But Pirate Danny hasn't pit. Neither is Bab. Neither is Noodles. No one's pitting. No one's pitting. Scotty MT's pit. Scotty MT's pit. Rumsky, Matt F1 UK, Grim and Wayne get himself back into this pack, and he's going to be on the soft tyres, but no doubt all of these guys that are in front of him are going to be changing for soft tyres also. No, Grim's putting mediums on. That'd be a mistake there from Grim. Has he set his tyres? I don't think he has. I'm very surprised not more of these didn't pit. I thought Pigeon may have pitted down in 8th. I thought Pigeon may have pitted to try and get some softs on. Alright, he would have lost a few positions, but I suppose a lot of people there, just not long off the back of a safety car, because the pack was very bunched up. So Got currently Bab in second, but he may get penalised for that incident with Stocker. Stocker's in sixth. He may get penalised for the incident with Hassan. But we all have to wait and see. Just stick it in the incident. If you feel that you've been in an incident, report it, put it in the incident. Don't fill the chat with verbal diarrhea. Just let the stewards sort it out, as they always do, and then we'll go from there. No point jumping in the chat and doing all verbal diarrhea. There's no need for it. So, lap 22. Wayne's not on the back of the pack, so we'll be going round so we'll restart this race on lap 24, 25, 26. Gives us 4 racing laps and 3 laps with DRS. So it's going to be a shootout to the finish. Never a dull moment in Legacy. Let's look at people's position changes. Pirate Danny up 6, Pigeon up 10. Great drive from Pigeon and Danny. Trouser up 6. Tuck was having the stonking race, but that penalty may come back to hurt him. And Rumsky also, Firewaz also. You may get a few of these drivers at the back. Matt, Grim, all gain a few positions due to penalties. Trouser doing what Trouser does, just plodding along, up there in 6th place. He's got 2 hard runners on 16 lap old hards in front of him. With a podium beyond here for Trouser. He's got a 16 lap old hard behind him. With a podium, don't want to jinx it. With a podium beyond for Trouser this evening. Or could he get Entron? Could he get Bab? And just hope Noodles and Pirate Danny clean each other out, and Trouser could be on for the win. But yeah, could Trouser be on for a podium? 4 laps. Could be done. Could be done. Safety car in this lap, as we predicted. So when does Pirate Danny decide to let us go? Carrying on about the mic. Just sort it out, I think. I'll get flight to the back of him. Don't avoid Pirate Danny. And he's gone. And he's caught out Bab huge. He's caught out Bab huge. Bab could come under pressure now from Noodles. Trousers trying to put Entron under pressure. There goes Noodles on Bab. Doesn't get the move done. Trouser just sucks himself in behind Entron. But where Trouser could possibly have the advantage is possibly through the 2 Lesmos and on the exit and through Ascari. That's where Trouser's tyre could come into count. Fire Tuck now finds himself down in 13th now. He may get swallowed up by all these soft runners, and as I said, that he's just been done by Scotty, and he's been done by his teammate who's on the fresher mediums also. Pirate Danny's pulled near enough a second out, so let's jump on board with Trouser now. This is where he could gain an advantage for Ascari with the fresher grip, but no, Entron sees it through. They've got pretty decent ERS levels currently. Let's not count Trouser Stocker out of this yet as well. Stiggy's there as well on the back of Stocker. DRS enabled, it won't be this lap, so we'll get it enabled. Scotty MT sets the fastest lap of the race. Here goes Entron's going to make a move around the outside of Noodles. Pulls it near enough side by side. Gives him just enough space. This is where Trouser will get a run now on Entron. But it looks like Trouser maybe had to get out of the throttle. And that's how Pirate Danny loads. Pirate Danny's now pulled out of ERS. That's huge for Pirate Danny. Absolutely huge. Stocker and Stiggy are going at it. Stocker manages to fend that off. Is Stiggy going to stick it down the inside of Lesmo 1? No, he's not. He thinks better of it. On board with Trouser now. It looks like Bab's going to come under huge pressure now from Noodles. 1.6 now, Pirate Danny. Pirate Danny's put his foot down, albeit with these cars battling. Is Bab going to come under pressure from Entron? Trouser's just going to be sitting there watching all of this play out. You'll feel he's got a decent enough gap from behind now as well. So we're going on to lap 26. So if Trouser's going to make any move, he wants to do it now. He's got an absolute mountain of ERS as well. So is this where Trouser starts making his moves? Is he going to go for a double? He pulls out of it. Is he going to try that? Oh, bow! He's going to try and under... That was not great for Trouser. It's not what he wanted. That's not what he wanted. Not even unlucky there. But Noodles somehow from 1.6 has got... So Danny must have had a moment. He's got himself now back into half a second behind Pirate Danny. I thought Danny had this race sewn up. Did Danny have a moment off stream? It's going to be absolute music to Noodles' ears. He's just get himself as close to Pirate Danny as he can and go for a move down the pit straight. Keep all four wheels on the black stuff, which he has done. Little Pigeon picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's not what he wants. It's not too bad when he's surrounded by drivers with penalties, but Matt F1 could be a huge gainer here. And here he goes. Could Trouser be on for a double? Because Bab does look like he's struggling down the straight. Bab does look like he was struggling down the straights. And there goes Noodles on Pirate Danny, gets the move done. Bab goes for Entron. Trouser going to get the move down the inside. Oh, doesn't really be given the space. There's one. Trouser's down fourth. Is he going to go for a move for Bab? Is he going to go for a move for Bab, or is he just going to try and stick as close to him as he can and go for a move down the inside of Ascari? But he could come under pressure now from Entron behind. He manages to hold him off. As this go, Trouser makes his move, and Stiggy's climbing up the pack now. Stiggy's in sixth. So this is what Trouser needs, the run of his life out of this Lesmo. I think he's going to get it now with the DRS also, because Bab doesn't really look like he's got a fast car in the straight line. That's Trouser up into the podium positions. Oh, Bab hangs it around the outside. Oh, that was great defence from Bab. Going this way, another 3-second time penalty. I thought Trouser had that done for all money. So here we go, Noodles and Pirate Danny. They've sorted itself out, but it's Noodles is going to bring home the win. Noodles to Pirate Danny. To Bab manages to see off Trouser just about. Oh, look at that, 0.004. Wow. Stiggy managed to salvage fifth. Wow, Trouser. Whoa. I have thought for all money you had that move. I thought for all money you had that move done and dusted into Ascari, but kudos to Bab for hanging it around the outside there. Kudos to Bab. That was great, that was. Credit where credit's due. But Trouser, that could still be. Ah, you got ring damage, okay. Trouser, that could still be third for you, mate, because I think Bab may be getting reported. Maybe getting reported by Stocker, and if he gets done for that, which I think he may do, I think that'd be you elevated to the podium. Ah, massive shout out to Rattigan. Look, he's only just left the session. Massive shout out. Rattigan, you should have messaged me on the stream, mate, and you could have jumped in. You could have jumped in on the comms, mate. Instead of sitting there watching the race, you could have jumped in the box with me, bud. We're going to be able to go through the order. I believe we are. There we go. So it was Noodles, Stiggy, Pirate Danny. Oh, no, that's the total. Here we go. Noodles, Pirate Danny, Bab, which could be Trouser. And if he gets 5 seconds, that could be Stiggy up a place as well. Bab, Trouser, Stiggy, Entron, Stocker, Little Pigeon, Matt One UK, Rumsky, Firewise, Fire Tuck, Grim, Famous Wayne, Scotty, Hassan, Lynx, Ex-Gonski, and Ratigan, the DNF. And well, all of these four were DNFs. You was helping Matic out. Bam. So if he does get a podium, Ratigan, mate, you can claim that. You can claim that. I allow you to claim that podium off him, mate, if he does get it, which I think he could well be. But gentlemen, as always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you to those who interacted and jumped in on the stream. Appreciate you all. Start from the top. Alexander, congrats, mate. It's the only way to get them these days. Pirate Danny, legend. Ratigan, legend. Rage, Little Pigeon, yes, sexy beast. Manic, thank you. Stephen, Grim, Frank. Thank all of you boys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Stiggy, I'll catch you on Tuesday, mate, for Elite. Got an interesting race. It's all or nothing this weekend, on Tuesday, shall I say, for our Big Dory, but that's another division. Me love you a long time. Paki ten bucky. But yeah, gentlemen, I will see you on Tuesday. Be sure to tune in to the legend that is Reevski in the 100% race tomorrow. Tuesday, you got myself and Stiggy, along with all the other commentators, Fear, Reevski, all in the other divisions. Wednesday, DTS. I'm sure Lemon's back this week, so tune in to Lemon's. Thursday, we got F2 with Reevski again. Friday, we're back with Fear and Reevski, I believe, or is it Maverick? Can't remember. But gentlemen, yeah, as we wind the weekend down, enjoy your week, whatever it is you're doing. And yeah, as always, gentlemen, I've been Mick, and I'll catch you all on the rebound. Take care, fellas.